Hey everybody. So this is a bit of a retake on my previous video on my main toolkit. This is my new tool bag that I've packed now, and it contains my primary sort of main electrical work toolkit that I use when I'm out in the field. I'm just going to go through some of the stuff with you guys now, just so you can see exactly what I carry with me. In here we have a cheap sort of electrical side cutter for doing heavy duty work. One of these dodgy cheap screwdrivers. They're terrible, but I still have one in there. Then over here we have a non-contact stick. This is one of those sort of that detects electrical energy and stuff like that. Then we have a cheap pair of pliers with side cutter built in and various other things. The reason why these are in here on the outside is just for quick, easy grab and work stuff. Then on the other side of the bag over here, I have various bits, both imperial and metric sockets for my bit drivers, and a whole bunch of other screwdriver bits, etc. Basic jumper cable for jumpering circuits or whatever the case may be when it's needed. In this pouch over here I have a set of work gloves and a nice 10 meter professional measuring tape, which is used for measuring, none other than measuring. So yeah, that's that pouch over there. Then I'm going to put the stuff away as I go, so I don't have to sit and try and sort it all out later. Just sort of as I go, I'll show you and close it up. And over here we've got a cheap set of needle nose pliers, just used for finesse sort of work when needed. I have a nice set of, I'm a big fan of the Mastercraft brand. This is a Mastercraft set of precision screwdrivers. Not as nice as the set that I've got in my electronics kit, but still really nice quality, really nice box. Not used too often in the electrical game, but if I'm working on a CCTV system or something along those lines, then yes, they do come in handy for getting into small driven sort of holes, etc. Then over here I've got my small Bremen TBM 3030 clamp meter, just used for basic electrical measurements and stuff on site, continuity current clamp, etc. That is an AC only one, so it's not like my Fluke or my Major Tech that does AC and DC. Then last on the outside over here, well, second last on the outside, over here we have just a few bits and pieces which don't sort of go anywhere else. Here I have a LED lenser. This is the Lenser P7 LED flashlight. Really cool for working in the dark areas, etc. And I've also got a small side cutter and a small needle nose pliers and some solder, etc. in here, which is for use on any sort of soldering that I need to do, low voltage soldering. I do have a small portable soldering system that I do carry with me to the various jobs that I go to, just in case I need to solder a wire, a joint, a junction or something as I go. It's always very handy just to keep these things in place. And as you can see, the zips are still quite tight. Like I said, the bag is new. And into the main compartment over here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of goodies in here. Let's start with the one side. On this side over here, I have a set of Mastercraft 1000-volt insulated screwdrivers. These are quite new. Before that I was using these Tactics. This is the only Tactics left here. The rest of them are in my my tool belt, which I'll show you guys shortly. So yeah, I've got a full set with the nice little labeling on top so you can see what they are. Then over here I have a Stanley blade, a folding Stanley knife, a set of imperial Allen keys, a set of metric Allen keys, another set of metrics, a small knife, another one of these voltage testing sticks, yeah, for non-contact voltage testing, a paint scraper, and then a set of Wera These are the Wero screwdrivers with the rubber handles, just for doing general sort of screwdriver work. Nothing too fancy, also relatively new, replaced another set that I was using. In the bag we've got spare blades for the Stanley knife. We have some stickers for marking off different things, some safety glasses, a pair of scissors. These are quite nice just for cutting things, etc. My favorite screwdrivers are these Pickwicks. Got one of these in here. There's a couple more of the larger screwdrivers which don't fit into the side pouches per se, so I keep them down on the bottom over here. Got a water pump pliers. Again, not used too often, but needed. Kind of have to have it just in case. And what else do we have down here? Let's see. A Stanley stubby screwdriver with various bits. My other bits can also be used on there if need be. And we also have a small socket set down here. Not used as often as you would think, but nice to have just in case. It's some sockets, bits, and various other bits and pieces. Handy. Used a couple of times, but not, like I say, not as often as I'd like to make use of it, but that may change at any time. As anybody who works in the trades knows, sometimes you don't need something for months and then suddenly something comes up where you need it. Right, now onto the other side over here. I have a pretty decent quality bit driver. It's just for putting in your bits. I have a Torx set. Also the decent stuff. Used more for, not used too often again, but kind of have to have. Electrical crimper, very important for crimping off your connectors, etc. Then here we have a T-bar bit driver, nice to have. A funny screwdriver which probably shouldn't even be in here, but I'll leave it in there for now. Here we've got a Mastercraft set of side cutters. That's a fairly decent set, not too bad. Like I say, I'm a big fan of the Mastercraft brand. Over here we have a set of Mastercraft pliers, decent quality again. And then over here we have a bolt cutter, used for shortening screws, etc. and cutting any sort of heavier cable and that sort of thing. Then on this side over here we have the Stanley Fat Max pliers, a wire stripper, and I'm not even going to take this one out here. This is a needle nose plier tool. Alright, now this is my primary tool belt. On here I just have some of the tools that I make use of. We've got some small screwdrivers, some pliers, side cutters. We've got another wire stripper over here. I really enjoy making use of these Mastercraft wire strippers. They do a fantastic job. We have a precision side cutter here. We have some insulated screwdrivers, and then of course your handyman and electrician's friend, a good Stanley knife. This is pretty much my everyday working gear. Small measuring tape. This is a self-locking, so you have to push the button to release, just for doing the odd measurements here and there. We've got another needle nose pliers, another pliers, a crimping tool, a clamp multimeter, just used for doing some basic measurements, and that is my tool belt that I wear when I'm out on the job getting work done. It contains most of the stuff that I need for getting my work done, and if I need something more specific, then I'll go into my tool bag. You will notice that all my screwdrivers are 1000 volts insulated, so they can be used on live electrics if need be. I don't recommend you go out and work on live electrics, but being able to do so does help quite a lot. Okay, and here we have my site field electronics toolkit. We have a Bremen TBM 812 multimeter, a couple of these Pickwick drivers, one teeny turner here, a normal one there, precision knife, multi-tool, brush cleaner. We've got some screwdriver bit sets over here, precision screwdriver bit set, some cutters and pliers, etc. down there for when it's needed. This is still a in the process kit, another one of these Mastercraft screwdriver sets. So this is interchangeable bits, so it does have more, and they're far more precision than the previous one. But this just gives you an idea of some of the tools that I make use of on a daily basis. Oh yes, in here is a AC/DC major tech lamp meter. It does AC and DC up to 600 amps. Great for doing AC/DC measurements, electronic sort of stuff, PLC and the like. That's pretty much the reason why this case was put together, is it's for more the PLC work, etc. Hey everybody, well, I've got the camera out, so I thought I'd do a quick rehash or retake on my toolkits. This is still the IT toolkit with pretty much the same things. Only things we've added is a small USB soldering iron and a second meter just for in the field and stuff like that, so we can get the work done without any delays or issues or anything like that. So with the IT tools, we have this case over here which just contains the soldering iron, small vacuum cleaner, some drivers, including all the different security drivers used in laptops and computers and etc. Wire strippers, a small portable hammer, some heat paste in here, some disassembly tools such as spudges, guitar picks, etc. just used when needed. Driver, a torch, these things are always handy just for when you need to peer inside little dark spaces. Also a brush, a couple of precision screwdrivers, some small pliers, chip puller. I've never really used something like that. This is quite a handy piece of kit over here. Some spare batteries for the vacuum and the torch, wire stripper and cutter, and a small precision knife just used for if you need to strip something back or whatever the case may be. This was something else I picked up on YouTube, a great way using reusable cable ties to keep all my installation tape close at hand. Very useful idea using a carabiner.